Her name is carved into the walls of history: Cleopatra, a queen whose beauty, intelligence, and ambition shook empires, and whose death marked the end of ancient Egypt. But was she a seductress or a shrewd ruler fighting to save her kingdom? Today, we uncover the real story of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh. Cleopatra VII was born in 69 BCE into the wealthy but fragile Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek family that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great. She was not fully Egyptian by blood, but unlike her predecessors, Cleopatra learned the Egyptian language, embraced the local gods, and connected with her people. From the start, her world was one of palace intrigues, shifting alliances, and family rivalries. At just 18 years old, Cleopatra became co-ruler alongside her younger brother, Ptolemy III, and almost immediately, a deadly power struggle began. Cleopatra's early reign was short-lived. Betrayed by advisors loyal to her brother, she was forced into exile. But Cleopatra was not a woman to be defeated. In 48 BCE, fate and politics brought Julius Caesar to Egypt. Seizing the moment, Cleopatra famously smuggled herself into the royal palace. Legend says, rolled inside a carpet to plead her case before Caesar. Her charm, intelligence, and ambition won him over. Together, they defeated Ptolemy's forces, and Cleopatra was restored to the throne, now ruling as queen, with Caesar as her powerful ally. Cleopatra bore Caesar a son, Caesarion, and traveled to Rome, an unprecedented move for an Egyptian queen. In the city of the Republic, she dazzled and scandalized. To her enemies, she was a foreign temptress. To her supporters, a symbol of Egypt's wealth and culture. But in 44 BCE, Julius Caesar was assassinated. The political storm that followed would change Cleopatra's life forever. With Caesar gone, Rome was split between his allies and rivals. Among the most powerful was Mark Antony, a charismatic general. Cleopatra saw in him a chance to secure Egypt's independence. Their meeting in 41 BCE was the stuff of legend. She sailed up the river in a golden barge, dressed as the goddess Isis, surrounded by music, perfumes, and splendor. Antony was captivated. Their alliance was both romantic and political. But Rome was not forgiving Antony's partnership with Cleopatra. Through the fury of Octavian, Caesar's adopted son and future emperor, in 31 BCE, war erupted. At the Battle of Actium, Octavian's forces crushed Antony and Cleopatra's fleet. Retreating to Egypt, the lovers faced the end. In 30 BCE, as Octavian's army closed in, Antony, believing Cleopatra already dead, fell on his own sword. Wounded, he was brought to her side, where he died in her arms. Cleopatra, refusing to be paraded in chains through Rome, chose her own fate. According to legend, she allowed an asp, a venomous snake, to bite her, ending her life. With Cleopatra's death, Egypt became a Roman province. She was the last ruler of the last great ancient Egyptian kingdom. To some, Cleopatra was a seductress who used beauty as her weapon. To others, she was a brilliant political strategist, fluent in many languages, and determined to protect her people from Rome's domination. Her image has been reshaped over centuries, from ancient coins and statues to plays, films, and novels. Yet, the real Cleopatra remains a woman of mystery, one whose life reminds us that power often comes with a price. This was the story of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, a queen whose name still echoes through history. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to subscribe to History Age, because the past is never truly gone. It's waiting to be told.